It's a place where there's a lot of tranquility and peace in the place. You just hear the sound of the birds chirping. You hear the whisper of leaves and the wind out there, and there's total peace and quiet. My name is Rajat Sethi. I'm a retired advertising professional. I'm also a bird and wildlife photographer. So it all began almost 2 decades ago when we went camping. Someone recommended going to Mukteshwar, so we sort of went there and we just fell in love with the place. At that time, there were hardly any people there. I'm talking about 20 years back. And the place was absolutely beautiful, pristine. You were one with nature. So we decided that whenever we have to buy a plot in the hills, we will definitely buy it in Mukteshwar. And then we went back and forgot about it, got busy in our corporate lives and working, and the children going to school. And then we got a call from the owners of the land to say that, would you be interested in buying? Not knowing anything about the hills, we decided, yes, let's go ahead and buy the plot. Met the owners, we were interviewed by them to ensure that we were buying it for making a house and not for commercial purposes. And then cut to almost, I think, 7 or 8 years later, when we decided that let's start constructing. Now, the challenge at that time was that my wife was very clear, and so was I, that there were many oak trees around the plot. And we wanted to ensure that we don't cut any oak trees, because oak trees, firstly, are very rare, and secondly, they take hundreds of years to grow. And to cut oak trees, we didn't think was the right thing to do. But most of the people whom we talked to, the contractors out there, said, "Oh, we'll cut the oak trees, we'll cut the trees, we'll flatten the land, and we'll make the house." We just weren't happy about that. And then, as luck would have it, my nephew, who was also an architect, who had just passed out, he came. We brought him over to the plot, and he said, "Don't worry, we'll make the house in a way that we will ensure that all the trees are still intact." The idea that he gave, the design of the house, we were absolutely thrilled with it, because we felt that this house therefore would blend into the hills, be one with nature, and at the same time we didn't have to cut any trees. And as you'll see, it's made in 3 different levels. All the walls or the retaining walls of the house actually blend into the inside the house. So we didn't have to make separate walls. Whatever were the contours of the land, we made retaining walls and blended that, brought that inside the house and into the rooms. The other thing we wanted to do when we were designing the cottage was that to make it in a way that whether it's children or whether it's families or whether it's friends, we can all be together. Because if you know the typical homestays or typical houses that you see in the hills, you go to a hotel and there are separate rooms, and children and friends and spouses or whatever stay in separate rooms, and they only meet outside. But we wanted to design the cottage in a way that even when we're inside the cottage, everyone is together. We actually decided to make the house in a way where only one bedroom is totally private, but the other 2 bedrooms are made on 2 different levels, but they're made in a way they're comfortable, they're totally independent bedrooms, but yet at the same time, if I'm cooking in the kitchen or if I'm sitting in front of the TV, I can chat with the children. It's made an open design layout. As you see, that most of the walls that you see in the cottage are actually made of stone. So we used a combination of stone. The floor is made of rough tiles, but we use the stone on the walls, and those walls are actually the retaining walls of the cottage. But like I mentioned earlier, they've been brought in to the cottage to add to the feel of a hill home. So we also have a nice wood fireplace, and that provides adequate heating for the entire cottage. So the other thing was that, my wife had this very fairy tale image of, making a path to the cottage. It's a winding path which goes in between trees. Now, obviously, what that meant was that we couldn't make a driving road right straight up to the cottage. But I think in hindsight, it was a good decision, even though it's a very short walk to the cottage, but you actually walk through oak trees and through the forest to reach our cottage. And I think that adds to the presence of the house, adds to sort of the beauty of the cottage. So many people felt that, we should buy a plot facing the Himalayas. Now, as you know, the Himalayas are in the north. And what happens typically is that while everyone wants to make a house facing the Himalayas, there's very little sun that comes. And especially in winters, when it becomes chillingly cold, it becomes very difficult to heat the house. Fortunately, our house faces a beautiful valley, but it faces the east. And therefore, if you see the design, the way we design the house, that every room in the cottage gets adequate sunlight. In the winters, there is adequate sunlight in each room. In the summers, it's nice and bright because in any case, the weather is very cool. That really sort of just adds to the brightness of the cottage. So the whole idea is that it's a place where there's a lot of tranquility and peace in the place. You just hear the sound of the birds chirping. You hear the whisper of the leaves and the wind out there, and there's total peace and quiet. But at the same time, if you want to be in an area which has more action and people, you just go walk up to the main road and there are enough and more dining areas and places to go. We wanted to name the house in a way that it sort of reflected the beauty of that place. There's one flower which grows mainly in the hills. It's called iris. And so then we decided that why not name the cottage Iris Cottage, because there was an abundance of iris flowers at that time in the hills. So if you're coming from Delhi, it's very close to, some major landmarks like Mukteshwar temple is close by. There is a place called Choli Ki Jali, which has some beautiful sunsets. If you want to see, with the entire Himalayan range, you can see there. Hardly, not even 2 hours from Nainital. So it's pretty well located. But Mukteshwar, let me say, is a very, very relaxed place. It, of course, has become very crowded now because of so many tourists coming. It's still, I feel, there's a charm to Mukteshwar, which most of the big hill stations have lost. But there's still some charm to Mukteshwar, and I just hope that, that charm is maintained. So, now, after many years of enjoying the place, as a family, we felt that we've not been able to go as often as we'd like to because of work pressures and, other reasons. Obviously, a house in the hills is difficult to maintain. So we decided that what we will do is we'll create it as a homestay where guests can come and enjoy it and get the feel of home in the hills. And at the same time, it helps to maintain the cottage. The revenue that we earn from our guests, we just put it back into the cottage to help maintain the cottage. And that was the whole idea of having a homestay.